Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I am back out here at the hangar and going to be doing some work again over the next 5 or 6 days or so. After the framing is done, there's just a bunch of stuff that have to happen before sheetrock. There's really not any particular order that you have to get those things done in, so there's lots of stuff for me to do. So we're going to do we'll have a little bit of a change of plan, and let's show you what we're going to try and work on this time out. Well, okay, just because I can't get that 100 amp breaker to run power to my sub panel, which is going to power my house, that doesn't mean that I can't get rolling and spend. I got about a half a day left today, Sunday afternoon, and a full day tomorrow, Monday, that I can start working on getting ready for electrical. So what I am going to start with doing is I'm going to start by placing boxes for outlets around the house. So if you haven't done this before, I think the easiest way to do it is I'll go through and just hang all my boxes first. And then after all the boxes are hung, we'll start running the wire from the boxes back towards the panel. And so you get however many boxes you want on a circuit. Say, okay, that circuit's done. And then you just pop up, go up to the ceiling, shoot over to the sub panel, and tie it into a breaker. So I'll probably try and organize it by room so that every, one room, all the plugs in the guest bedroom or all the plugs in the living room will be on the same breaker, but I may have to do a little bit of mixing and matching as we go along. So what I've done to hang boxes and try and make sure they're all the same size is I've cut a couple of spacer sticks out of some scrap wood that I had. So I have one that's 12 inches long, and then I have one that's 1.5 inches less, that's 10.5 inches long. So in places like this, where there is no block on the bottom plate, we'll use the 12-inch spacer. So you just put your spacer stick there, and then when I hang my box, you just space your box out on the wall, and you just, right here on top of your stick, and you nail it in. But if I wanted to put it on this other side, where I have this blocking here on top of my bottom plate, then I'll use this 10.5-inch spacer stick and put it like that. And so that way I don't have to measure every time. I just walk around and I just hang all these boxes right here based off of my little spacers. So that's what I'm going to jump on right now. And the other thing that I didn't mention is when you look at these blue electrical boxes, you have the side where you drive the nails from. On the other side, let's see if I can get them to show up on camera. You can kind of see it there, right there. You see though they got those lines marked? Well, those lines are spaced out so that you can properly hang them from the wall. So in the instance of these boxes, the fourth line measures up with 1/2 inch. It's kind of hard to get that to focus, but here, let me mark it for you. So that, there's those little lines that are molded into the box. That fourth line matches up with 1/2 inch. So when you mount these on the wall, I'll mount those so that fourth line, is right there flush with the front of the wall. So that'll be how I line them up properly spaced out for drywall. Well, okay, I got all of the kind of obvious no-brainer boxes hung. The living room, dining room area, the bedrooms, and on the shop side of the wall that divides the house from the living space, I just put lots of outlets because I've never been working in a shop or hanging out in a house somewhere and thought to myself, you know what, man, this house has way too many outlets. That's just not a problem that people have. So more is generally better. Try to space them out, 6 to 8 feet. So we have lots of outlets here, kind of in the living room area. Then also lots of outlets here facing towards the shop. In all the bedrooms, I spaced outlets out all the way around. We know this is going to be the master bedroom. Headboard is going to go up kind of here on these windows. So I just put one on either side of the bed for phone chargers and that kind of stuff. Anywhere where lots and lots of outlet boxes in these areas. So now I'm kind of at the point where the rest of the outlets are not immediately obvious. I'll probably have to look up some height. So for example, in the bathrooms, we'll probably have outlets here and here, but they have to be up above the vanity height so that you have an outlet to run hair dryers and electric shavers and that kind of stuff. I'll have to do the same thing here in this bathroom. All the houses that I've ever lived in, the bathrooms generally only have the one outlet by the sink. I don't know if I need to add some more outlets in these bathrooms or if I shouldn't. I don't know if I need to add one here in the water closet so you can charge your phone while taking care of business. And in here for the wife's closet, Kelly's closet, we are going to do some built-in cabinets around here. So while I definitely want to put a plug or two in here, I need to figure out where we're going to put cabinets. So I may have to space some up high. And then of course in the kitchen, it's kind of the same story. All of the outlets in the kitchen need to be above the countertop height. So I need to kind of figure out how we want to space those out. So I need to kind of do some figuring, and I'll put those boxes in next. Well, okay, so I spaced them 45 inches off the slab, which if my math is right, and we go with the 36-inch vanity, because Kelly, my wife, likes the tall vanity, that should put the bottom of the box 8 inches from the vanity top. So plenty of space. These two in the master bathroom had studs that were spaced out pretty conveniently for having an outlet by the vanity. But in the guest bathroom, there was not a good place to hang it. So I went ahead and made this box here to tie this outlet into. So that one's also 45 inches from the slab. Like I said, 36-inch vanity should space the bottom of the box 8 inches off the top of the vanity, which should be plenty of distance. So I went ahead and hung a box for the ceiling fan in the guest bedroom, and that is almost the last box to hang. Unfortunately, the store didn't have any double gang electrical outlet boxes left, which I want to install probably right here, and it needs to be double gang because I like having two switches, one for the fan and one for the light, and not having to work the pull strings. But I'm gonna go ahead and start running wire for this room. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outlets and a light on this circuit. So that's a total of 9 things. A good rule of thumb is you can put 10 different items on a 20 amp circuit. So that's I'm good. I'm gonna make this whole guest bedroom one circuit, and this light will be the last item on the circuit. So what my plan is going to be is I'll have wire from this light run over here, go over this way, run down to the switch. Then from the switch it'll go to this plug, and it'll just wrap around through all the plugs until it ends here. At this point, it'll shoot up and over and back to the breaker box. So since I don't have the double gang box for the switches, I'm gonna go ahead and start running wires from this box and wrap it around the room and get ready to shoot it up and send it all the way over to the sub panel. Well, okay, the time lapse cut out because I ran out of storage on my phone, but I deleted some videos, and here we go. I got all of the outlets tied together. So starting from here, which will be the last outlet on the circuit, you know, it goes over to this outlet, jumps over here, goes around this corner, goes down to this outlet, goes all the way along this wall, connecting all these outlets, goes around this corner, continues going over this way, goes through this corner, and here, where there's going to be the drain and the water supply for the bathtub, I ran it inside a conduit just to kind of protect it in case I have a leaking fitting and it mists or sprays inside that cavity in that wall. And then it ties over to here, which this is the first outlet in the circuit. So from here, I'm going to run wire all the way up and then all the way across to that side of the house where it'll tie into the sub panel. Okay, so coming down from the second floor where I will later tie it into the box, here is the wire, the hot wire that'll run power, runs all the way along this this trench or whatever you want to call it in between the second floor joists. Goes all the way through here. You'll notice here a couple places, kind of tough to see, but there's one there. And there's another one there. I put some notes on it, a label that says guest bed, just so that if I'm, you know, for some reason getting back in here, I can tell where that wire is going. So that one goes all the way down here, comes down through that top plate, and it ties into the first outlet of the room. So once again, the circuit's going to be the outlets all the way around. And from here, go up to a switch box and jump over to the ceiling fan. So I already got the mounts installed. I got it perfectly centered up in the room, both left and right. And I even left myself a little note on it that says hardware inside, just so I know where all the screws and stuff are, because next time I come out here, you know, if I didn't leave myself a note, I'd be running around for 30 minutes looking for the screws to hook up the ceiling fan and stuff when they were inside the box the whole time. So yesterday evening, I was able to get my hands on a double gang box, and so I was able to finish running the wire for this guest bedroom circuit last night. I didn't put any of that on film because I was kind of working in the dark, working real late. I just wanted to get it done. But as you can see from that last outlet that was on the circuit, we have power wire that comes through here, comes into this box, comes over this way, and then we have wire running up to the fan. You can see running up to the fan, I ran 12-3 wire, which means that it has 3 insulated wires inside the bundle. So it has the red, the white, the black. It also has that uninsulated ground wire. And that way I can have a hot go to the fan and a hot go to the light on separate switches. But that 12-3 wire, it goes up this way, cuts across the ceiling, and ties into the box. So we officially have all the wire run for the first circuit in the house. Well, all right, guys, that is going to do it for this video. It has been a crazy, hectic last 4 or 5 days, but I have to take off and go to work today. So we did accomplish quite a lot while I was out here. We got electrical boxes hung, and we got all the wire pulled for a circuit in the guest bedroom. So we did accomplish quite a bit. It kind of felt like it was slow going there for a while, but once again, that's just kind of the nature of this slog, where we just got to work through all these little things before the house is ready for sheetrock. But that's going to do it. So I appreciate you watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the next one.